How we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly With It. I'm Will.
I'm Adri.
And what are we playing today?
We're playing Age of Comics.
Yes, we are playing Age of Comics, as you can see back there behind us. I'll show you the rulebook, but I currently have it folded in half because I need a player aid. But yes, Age of Comics did completely fund on Kickstarter a couple months back. Their pledge manager is closing up at the end of this month. They said the beginning of April is when it's going to close. So we told them, well, if you can get us a copy, we'd play a copy during the pledge manager, give more people eyes on this. Well, it looks like a fun little worker placement game. It involves comics. I like comics. Oddly, not so much, but she likes worker placement and lots of things to do. And this looks like it has lots of things to do.
It looks like
and objectives, right? And pretty colors. So with that said, we're going to flip over the camera and give a brief rundown of how the game plays. Of course, this is not a how-to play. If you want that, go check out somebody else's. This is a brief overview. There we are. We are set up for a two-player game of Age of Comics. And why is that?
I guess because there are two publishers.
Two publishers. That is actually correct. I am
Age of Comics.
In this Age of Comics. So of course, the Age of Comics is based off of the comic ages. So back in the day, they had the Golden Age of Comics, which is your old stuff from the 30s to 50s. Then they had the Silver Age, and then of course they had. I don't know if I remember if they went to the Bronze Age for a while, and then now they just call comics the Modern Age, which is pretty much everything that is been around since I've been alive, I guess. So in Age of Comics, we are publishers, separate publishers going up against each other, and we are sending our editors out to hire people, print comics, and try to make the most money and the most, victory points, because it is a Euro-style game, to win the game. Right? On a turn, we can go ahead and send our worker out to a couple different places. The top place up here is the hire action. That allows us to take one writer and one artist. We can either take a face up or we can take a blind draw from the piles that you guys can't see because our wonderful faces are covering them up. The second one is to develop. That allows you to start developing a new comic. So you can, same thing, take one of the face up comics, or you can take one of the ones from the draw pile. For $4, you can actually search for the type of comic you actually want to make. The next are ideas. So in order for you to make a comic, you have to come up with some good ideas. So you'll need those to be able to print your comics, as well as in future turns, once you've upgraded some of your player powers, you'll be able to use those to gain fans on the comics that you're printing. The next, of course, is to print the comic, and you have two options. One is to actually print the comic. It's going to cost you a number of coins based on the skill of your writers. So here we have a writer that is 2 and an artist that is 1. So that would cost us 3 monies to be able to print that comic. Plus the 2 idea tokens for whatever the comic is. So this one being horror, you would need to have 2 purple horror tokens to do that. The other option you have is after your competitors have printed a comic, you can basically copy them, right? So you can make a rip-off comic, which happened way in the day with Marvel and DC. There's lots of back and forth with some of the things. Shazam is a good example. Shazam was called Captain Marvel, just to spite Marvel Comics. So now they go by Shazam because, now Captain Marvel is Miss Marvel. Well, was Miss Marvel. Now she's Captain Marvel because before that it was Novar, which was Captain Marvel. Marvel's a fun little story. Let me tell you about it sometime. But yes, you can rip off your opponent. The disadvantage of that is you're not going to get as many fans, and they're not worth bonus points at the end of the game. The next thing you do is royalties. Royalties is just going and you're trying to drum up some money. So you're trying to get a little bit more money because, you need money to do things in the game. And then last, of course, is sales. Sales allows you to move throughout the city, sell your comics to different newsstands, and they're going to allow you to also gain some fans by doing so. So you can move one spot, you get to flip over the number of tiles and take the number of tiles based on your position in the the worker placement order. In a 2-player game, that is 3 total spots. There's no markers here, which I think they did say in an update that they will be adding the number of players for these 2, so that way I can't use those in a 2-player game. But when I pick these tiles up, these tiles are going to have some type of number on them. That is the requirements for this fan to basically enjoy your comic. So what that is say this heart token here, which is for a romance, says you need to have 5 total, right? That means you need to have a 5 total skill of your writer and your artist combined. Now these don't have to match when you make a comic, but it's preferred to make them match because you're going to be able to get more fans on that comic. You're also going to be able to get more points at the end of the game. So it is recommended to make them match, but you don't have to, because maybe you want to take the I forget what they call that, the superiority token, right? The one saying that you've made the most of that genre. So in order to get this, that cost 5, onto this to raise the fans of this comic, you do have the ability between rounds to spend coins to upgrade your artist and your writers. So basically you'll just spend a little bit of money and you'll be able to upgrade them 1 level, 2 level, 3 level based on what they are. If they are, say for example, I had this 3 artist and this 1 writer, I could actually spend 2 to take him from a 1 to a 3, right? Because this guy is going to train that other person inside the business. Similarly, if they're both 2, I can spend 3 and 3 to take them both up to 6, or 6 coins total to take them both up to 3. Or I could take him up to 3 by spending the 3, and then I could go down to this one later and spend 1 to get him up to 3. So you spend the difference if one is higher. Otherwise, you have to spend the full amount to get them up. If they don't match, so this was a bad example earlier, but because they didn't match, pretended these matched, you'd spend 2 to get it up to a 3. But if they didn't match, you have to spend the full amount. So that's another benefit of making sure you get your writers and your artists to match for the comic. It makes them easier to upgrade in the future. As we publish our comics, we're going to be able to unlock more abilities. So we have these little cubes here. The first thing we can unlock pretty much right away is the swap ability. You only need to publish 2 comics. The swap ability allows you to take one of your artists or writers and swap it with another artist and writer that you may have hired that turn or that you have in your hand. So that's a good way to get the matching colors, which again is going to help you later in the game. With the develop, you can actually build hype. So what that means is once you do a develop action to get a new comic, you can choose to either take the comic that you drew or a comic in your hand, put it out there and start advertising it. Basically show everybody at the table, well, and everybody in the world who might want to buy that comic, and start hyping it up. At the beginning of each round, you'll get a hype token, which adds 2 additional fans per hype token, right? And those hype tokens and those fans are very important because you'll be moving up that track. The higher you are up at the track, the more money you're going to get. And each round, it actually, the fandom drops down, right? Because people are tired of those comics, so they might go on to something else. So it's kind of a track that we're going to be moving comics up and down based on us adding more fans. The next one is we can trade in ideas to gain more fans. You can trade up to 3 different tokens to get 3 fans to get 3 fans, 1 per comic. So basically you can upgrade 3 different comics at one time with 3 different idea tokens. Once you have made 3 comics, you can go ahead and improve the quality of your comics because, well, now you're a big business, you're making money, you can make better comics, and you can add some better colors. Because, of course, back in the day, they only had like 3 colors they could print. You get to add another 3 colors. And that uses the magenta, yellow, and cyan. So those are the 3 colors that are in printers that make every color.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that wasn't the case. The next thing you can upgrade is once you get to 4, or these 2, this one here allows you to spend money to get fans. This one here allows you to spend, or not spend, but it gives you your last worker. So you can have up to 5 workers towards the end of the game. The other benefit is once you've made your 5th comic, it allows you to move one of your upgrade tokens to another spot if you choose to, because maybe you're not using the swap ability anymore, or technically you don't need this one because you already unlocked it. So most likely you're going to take this one out and move it somewhere else. Plus, you're going to be able to get 1 more additional victory point per comic that you printed that is an original comic, not a ripoff. And then if you can print 6 comics, you'll get an additional 2 victory points for that comic, plus every comic thereafter, whether it's original or ripoff, doesn't matter. It's just going to keep adding additional points. That is about it. I said I was going to teach you guys how to play, but that's basically the game. You're just sending out a worker, collecting things, and putting them down to make a comic.
Okay.
Hey, Peter, with the super chat. 79 cents. That'll go towards the children at Children's Miracle Network, which reminds me, what do we need to do now?
Decide who's going to go first.
Yeah, we need to decide who goes first.
With our 20-sided extra life die, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's been fluctuating.
So with our 20-sided extra life die, we're gonna... Okay? Because we support Children's Miracle Network
Yes.
with donations for the niños.
Para los niños.
And you can also donate using the links down below.
Links down below. So yeah, we do take all of our super chats, super thanks. If you watch it after the fact and you do a super thanks on YouTube or a super chat during the live chat, all that money goes towards charity. You'll see it whenever we donate. It'll have our name and we'll say YouTube. Same thing with our memberships. All of our membership money also goes towards Children's Miracle Network. Para los niños.
Para los niños.
All right. Earthquake is going to come through New York now. So Audrey is even, I am odd. Holy cow, earthquake. So that is a 10. That is even.
No, there was an earthquake in Ecuador.
There was an earthquake in Ecuador, which is near Colombia, but not near enough to Colombia for them to probably feel it. So we actually are set up correctly. Audrey is on top. She will be the first player. The second player does get an extra idea. So I think I want a purple idea because I know what my cards are.
It's a zombie idea.
Yep. Now I do need to see... establish ranking. Oh no. The one thing I forget is how do we determine who is first after the first round? Because I don't think it stays that way for the entire turn order. Establish turn order as the reverse of the ranking order on the chart. So basically, whoever is the farthest down on the ranking order will get to be first. Okay, so whoever is the lowest on the track gets to be first. We do also get points. I didn't mention that we do get our victory points for whoever is the highest gets 2 victory points, and then second, which would be me, gets 1 victory point, or you. Okay. Whoever's not first.
Okay.
So Audrey gets to go first. So you get to look at your cards.
Oh, look at my cards.
Mm-hmm.
And place my worker.
And place your worker.
I have to place him in the higher.
Yep, you can land down. It makes it easier. It probably make it easier to see too. All right, so Audrey is going to hire, so she can hire 1 writer and 1 artist from here or from the face down draw pile.
I want this.
Oh, we forgot one thing. We do need to flip over for round 1.
Oh.
So all of these sci-fi tokens get flipped over. So now you guys can see the numbers on them that I was talking about that you need to try to have when you're printing your comics. So this might actually help. You guys are getting laggy or spotty as you were talking. Yeah, that is, Comcast is throttling me. Whether they want to admit it or not, Comcast throttles me when they see that we are streaming and is very, very annoying. So let me do something. Well, Audrey is...
I can also hire an artist, a writer, right? I heard
Yeah,
two.
you get to hire 1 of each. These do not refill until
Okay.
the next round. So, yeah. Yeah, because right now it says I have 100 and I'm getting 150, 180 megabit, right? So we definitely have the speed. Comcast is just being stupid. Because, yeah, now it's saying I'm down to, it was down to 700.
Happens because when I'm at work, sometimes it disconnects me from Zoom.
Yeah, no, same thing. When I'm in my Teams meeting, it'll say that it's not getting enough strength. So probably gonna have to call them again. We need to start time tracking.
Logging.
Yeah, logging.
They ask for that, I know.
When that happens. Yeah, because I'm getting, right now it says I'm getting, I got 221 download with 29 upload, which is more than enough. Yet OBS is saying we're only at 7,000. So as usual, guys, if this does disconnect or at some point is no longer live streaming, we will of course upload this as a separate video. All right, so now it is mi turno. So I think I'm going to hire as well. If you can put me up there in the hire spot. One more up.
Why? Does a
Because there's 3 spots total that we can go to. Technically, to probably make it easier for us, you would just do it on the bottom. Well, no, we can't because these have numbers. So in a 2-player game, there are 3 available spots in each location. All right, so I'm going to hire this artist, and I think I'm just going to randomly draw a writer. All right, back to you.
So I can hire more or start developing?
Develops if you want a new comic book. Yep. You can hire more if you want to hire one of these 3 or draw. Yep.
Can I go for ideas now?
You can go for ideas now. Remember, if you go first, you're going to get more ideas. And ideas don't count against you at the end of the game. Only these count against you if you don't complete them at the end of the game. So the ideas would get you 2 that are up there plus 2 of your choice. So you get 2 of those. And then you get 2 over there of your choice. All right. I am going to... Ideas. I'm going to develop. And I'm going to take the horror comic. So the maximum number of cards you can have in your hand is 6. So I'm currently at my max.
I have 5. So what do we hire?
How are you at 4?
5.
5. I'm about to say, I only took 1 more card than you so far. Okay, Possum?
When do we refresh?
Once we have no more workers, and we go into the next round. So you have 2 more workers left. I would imagine your best bet is probably to always print a comic every round, I would think, or as many as you can. Because when you print, as long as you have the money and the idea tokens, you can print as many as you want.
So to print, I need the idea plus dinero. See. Right?
Yeah.
2 ideas.
So you need 2 ideas of the comic you're trying to print. Plus the money that equals the writer that you're hiring and the artist that you're hiring.
Can you see?
Yeah, because you're gonna put them down now.
Okay, so that is my comic. This is my writer, and this is my artist. So I have to give you 3 monies.
So it's 3 monies. Oh, one thing. I forgot one thing. What were these that you took? Were either of those ones? Or did you already or was this already in your hand? The artist.
I think I had this one in my hand. Yeah, I had this one. Yeah.
So real quick, so we don't forget, hand me a...
No, I had a purple one in my hand. A purple artist.
Yeah, you got a purple and 2 grays, I think.
This one. I had this one.
You had your comic. You had enough to make a comic already in your hand. I think you got a better writer because you have a...
2 writer.
I don't know. I forget what you took.
Why? What does it matter?
Because if it's a 1 and you took a 1, you get this token. You get a free idea token. I don't have any 1s.
I had
so
this one, this one,
1.
and this one. I know. So I got this 2. So I got a 2 writer, not a 1.
Marty, I can tell you I know what was in your hand because I gave you a card specifically.
See, so yeah. What do you want to know then?
I want to know what these were.
But you said
it wasn't 2 grays. I know you didn't take 2 grays right there because you had a gray in your hand.
Did
you took 2 grays? Hang on, I'll see. Let me see. Because if you took that 1, you get an extra idea. That's all. You get something, which then may have impacted what you took from up there. So I have to rewind the video to see what it was. Come on, ads. Okay, skip ads. All right. So rewind to, oops, not there. Not there. There we go. There was a gray here, and a gray here. This was a gray 2. This was a gray 1. Yep, so you get an extra idea token.
I knew it.
All right, so you get that. So then up here, did you want to still take that one, or do you want something different instead? You want to just keep it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's fine. All right, so now to print your comic. You got that one, that
so
one,
I get
and this one. So it's $3
$3
to print them. Mm-hmm.
2 ideas.
And 2 ideas. Yep. So you put that back into the thing.
Ideas, money.
Money. All right. And then you get to, now you have to add up your fans. So you get 1 fan, 2 fan, 3 fan, plus, since you printed that first, you get this, which gives you plus 1 more fan.
So I get 4 fans?
So you get 4 fans on that comic. So we got to find that comic. What is that? Gang Wars? There you go. So put this on the 4 on your track.
And this?
No. The fans is the track. That's
So
for
what are
when you
these
do this.
fans?
It's for when you do this action. When you hype up your comic. All right. And then how much money do you get for your bonus?
4.
And then she gets 4 monies for her bonus. All right.
I like this.
Okay, so I'm in bad shape because I do not have what I need. I have the exact opposites of what I need. So I'm going to get ideas. I take 1 from there. So I'll take a superhero. And then I'll take a horror, which is purple. And I'll take I don't know what else I want right now. I'll just try, I'll just get 1 of each. So I'll do a sci-fi green. All right. Do that, no?
So I have only 1 worker.
Yep, your last worker.
If I want a comic.
You want to get a comic? Then you go to develop. And then you can either take 1 of these 2 or take 1 at. Now, the nice thing with the comics is you guys can't see. Well, I can show you here, but basically you can tell what comic's going to come up. So you can actually know that, okay, I want a superhero, and you see that it's blue, you know that you could take that comic from the draw pile.
So I'm going to develop, and I want the that blue one.
The superhero. All right. So Audrey is going to develop a superhero comic. All right. And then for my last one, I hate to do this. All right. Let me see here. So I'm going to go ahead and print a comic. I really don't want to do this, but I'll have to do a swap later, I guess. So I'm going to print a comic. It doesn't have a matching writer, so I won't get the bonus there. So that's going to cost me all $5 that I have. I only had $5. And then it's going to cost me 2 purple, because that is the type of comic, 2 for the horror. So I get 1, 2, 3, and then I get the reward, which will make it 4 total. So I am at 4 with that one. All right.
I don't have more workers.
I don't have any more workers either. So that means now we have to go on to the next round. So end of round, establish ranking and award VP. All right. We are both tied, so that means we both get 3 victory points. Earn money. So we are both at 4, so we both get $3. $3 for you. $3 for me. All right. Establish turn order. We are tied, so therefore the turn order does not change. Remove 1 fan for each comic, so both of our comics come down 1. Because we're losing some fandom that didn't stay hot on the charts for long. And then remove editors from the board. Let's go get all of our editors. Oh, not that. Oh, not that guy. Oops. We haven't got him there yet. Put that guy back. I'm cheating. I'm stealing editors that I haven't hired yet. All right. Discard cards. So all these get discarded.
Oh. So when we refresh,
and then it refreshes each round, which is nice because that's usually one of the things that we don't like with 2-player games is that it doesn't refresh and it gets very stale. So this one refreshes every single round. So if you want something, you kind of have to get it like
when it is there.
When it's there, yeah. All right. All right. So that is that. All right. So next we flip the next calendar tile. Can you reach it? Barely. Everybody's throwing the calendar around. All right, so we get romance gets flipped over. So all the romance tiles. There we go. And then refill the ideas board. So we need a purple, a blue, and a gris.
Gris.
And that's azul. Morado. Y gris. Gris. Gracias. All right. Refill that. Remove one fan from. Oh no, we already did that. We're at the beginning phase now. Add hype. Neither one of us are hyping comics, and then pay money to increase your people. So I don't have much money, so I kind of can't. So I'm not going to do that on my turn. But you do have the option, if you wanted to, for 1 coin, you could make your writer a 2.
See.
All right. So I will give you a writer for a 2. Just put that over top, and then that makes him a 2. Now, if you wanted to make either one of them a 3, since neither one of them are currently a 3, it would cost you $3 to make it a 3, right? Depending, I guess, on the round and what you're trying to accomplish, you know. So for that, again, where that comes in is these tokens here. So all the guns that are out there, you'll want to try to move your way out and pick up some of the guns to add fans to that comic book. All right. So that is it. Now it is back to the beginning of the round. So Adri gets to go first.
So Adri's gonna hire.
Adri's gonna hire más personas.
And I'm gonna hire this artist. I get that then?
Yes. When you hire a 1, you get the bonus of a free idea. So that artist, he's young, he's adventurous, he's coming in with great ideas.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't have a big name yet. So, you know, nobody really wants to hire him for much.
And this one costs
when you go to publish. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hire. I'm going to get me an artiste and the writer. Okay.
I'm going to print.
Adri's printing. Okay.
Is that good? I don't know.
Oh, I forgot. And if you're the first person to go there, you technically can print 2 as long as you have enough money. In the last round, you didn't have enough comics, so it didn't matter. But if you could print 2 comics right now, you could print 2 comics.
So
here's the question: is whether you want to do that now, or do you want to go get you another comic and print 2 comics on this one turn?
You're so smart. I'm gonna go
Develop.
some.
All right. And again, they don't have to match the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you want them to, so it's best to try to match what you have in your hand now. Or, yeah, so you have this.
IT.
The horror. It's a horror comic. All right. What was I trying to think? Oh, I need monies. I'm going to go and pick up some royalties. I must have sold some t-shirts or something. So I get some royalties. I sold some Haunting Tales merchandise. A bobblehead, that's what it was. It was this guy as a bobblehead.
So I can print.
Now you're gonna print
2?
as long as you get the money to pay for your people. Yep. And the ideas. Do you have the ideas? You don't have the ideas yet. Nope.
I know I can't
to go get
print
ideas
this
first.
one. I can't
Well,
print
no, but
this
you want to print 2 so you can optimize your printing. So go get your ideas first. So you get 2 from the board and 2 of your choice.
It's always 2 ideas.
If you're first, if you're second, no. Like I only get 1 and 2. You
I
get
mean,
2, you get 2
per
and 2.
pain, per pain.
Yes, it's 2 ideas, always 2 ideas. Again, the other ideas come in once you unlock this ability, because then you can use it to push your comics back up in fandom.
So I have my ideas now.
Did you get your 2 of your choice?
Yeah, no?
No, you took the 2 from there. All right. Now I have the monies, but I don't have enough to make 2 comics, so printing right now for me would be of no use. I do need more. Ideas. Or I can try to get something over here. So I think I'm going to do sales. So I can move 1 there. I can flip and take up to 3. So flip, flip, flip. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one. And I do not want... I don't know if I want those other 2. This one's pretty easy to get. 3. Only have to get 3. I'll take that one too. All right. So those are my 3 that I'm taking. This one here, I need 4 fans. I currently have 3 fans. So I have to add 1 fan to this comic to be able to claim this. And it actually gives me 2 more fans. So, okay.
So now I'm gonna print.
Now you're gonna print. Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm gonna print this one. Do I put it now?
Yeah.
Writer, artist, comic. And I'm gonna pay 2 ideas.
2 ideas. Mm-hmm.
And $4
monies. Right. And then that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, plus you printed the first superhero comic, so you get the reward. So that's going to give you 5 fans for that comic. And that's Star Spangled Kid, hey, which was the one there. So this you get 5 for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then this one is what? Writer, artist, comic.
Yep. So writer, artist, comic.
So
that is going to cost you 4, so that costs the rest of your monies.
See.
And then it's still purple, so it's going to cost you 2 purple. It's not.
So the ideas...
It's not. Yeah, it's not. The ideas are for the comic, not for who you hired. Mm-hmm. So it seems like your horror writer was out, so you figured you'd take your crime writer and make a horror crime. All right, so you get 1, 2 fans. You don't take this because you have not printed more horror comics than me, so you get 2 fans for It Lives. There you go. So that goes on the 2.
Only 2 fans?
Yep.
Oh, because
1,
it's
2. Yep, because the gray one doesn't count because it doesn't match. And then you get 2 ideas of your choice.
I'm looking there.
All right. Well, these are gone.
All right.
Those are going to be gone. So that's why I tried to diversify earlier by getting just 2 that I didn't have. All right. Now you do get to make 2 upgrades with your
cubes.
So you can upgrade all the way up to here. So you can upgrade here, 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 and here. So again, the first one allows you to swap. So that way you can make sure you have matching. That one allows you to hype up a comic. This one allows you to increase your fans. And this allows you to add better color when you publish. So adding better color gives you 2 points for each comic you print with better color. So that's actually probably a pretty good one to get like as soon as you can, because then every comic thereafter is going to benefit. All right. All right. So same thing. I'm going to go and publish with you.
And I don't get any cards now.
No, you used everything you had. So I'm going to print me Spaghetti Western. So that is going to cost me 6, 2, 4, 6, almost all my monies. All right. And then I get 1, 2, 3 fans, plus I get the reward. So 4 fans. You can get me the award. The little ribbon. And then this goes on the 4. All right. So I have 2 of those, 2 of those. I get to do an upgrade. And in order for me to complete this, oh, I forgot one thing. I needed to have a total of, oh, I forgot. This isn't the number of fans. This is the number here. So right now I'm at 3. So I'm not at 4. But here I was at that amount. I only needed 3. So actually move up that comic 1 more. So it should be at 5. And then you flip this over to show that you completed it.
Wait, how is that you can go there?
Here, sales. So you move your marker and you pick up whichever ones you want to pick up. So yeah, so that is that. And then what do I want to unlock? So I need the swap because I need to put a writer in that spot. So I can swap as well. All right. That is it. That is it for me. That is it for you. All right. So end, we establish the rankings. We're tied again. That is not being very useful for points, because that means we're completely tied still. We don't change the order at the top. Refill the idea tokens. We need a blue and a purple. Oddly, has tons of idea tokens, and those actually count as points at the end of the game too. All right. Oops, that was the beginning. Sorry, I'm skipping where I am. Word victory points, earn money. All right. So you get 3, 5, 6, 7. So Oddly gets 7 monies. Yep. And then I've only got 2 comics, so I get 3, 4, 5. So I only get 5 for my comics. Established turn order doesn't change. Remove 1 fan from each comic on the chart, so each comic goes down 1 spot.
Okay.
Because again, you lose fans because it's not as popular anymore. So think about this as like next month, right? That was last month's release, so it's not selling as much anymore. So you need to come up with a new idea for it to bring that fandom back up, right? And then remove the editors from the boards. We got all of our editors back. So that's my 4. And then we want to make sure we leave the cubes out there. Yep. All right. And don't forget, we do have the ability to print knockoff comics. Knockoff comics are a way to take the bonus tile. All right. Discard the cards. Artist, writer, and comics, and refill. And comics. We have Angel of Liberty, Heartbreakers, and Felony. It's a felony, true spies or true crime stories. All right. So Audrey, we did that. Refilled the ideas. We did that. Add hype. Neither one of us are doing that right now. Pay money to increase your peoples. So that's your choice if you want to spend to increase the abilities. Again, because you need to have, so right now you have 4 of the superhero. So like these, right, would be, I don't know what the numbers are. They're, I think 3, 4, 5, and 6, I think is what they can go up to. So technically that's exactly what it is. It's 3, 4, 5, and 6, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where they are, but there's 1 of each number. Or no, there's 2 3s, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6.
I don't want to increase my people.
All right. Mine, it doesn't make sense for me to increase this one because I'm going to be swapping it out at some point anyways. All right, so you get to go first.
And I'm going to develop. I'm developing.
All right.
This one, felony.
It's a felony. All right.
Stories of crime.
So
10 cents.
10 cents. It's a 10-cent comic. I wish comics are still 10 cents. So yeah, so I'm going to hire, and I'm going to go ahead, and this just makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and get the 2 that are there, although nobody's done romance yet. So actually, let me do romance instead. And then I can do a swap. So I'm going to swap this writer for this writer. Okay. By doing that, I do get 1 fan in my horror comic, because that now has the +1 fan. Now I also have completed this. That is 4. This is 4. So I get 2 more fans for that comic. Oh yeah, oh dang it, but I forgot I had this. I changed my mind. I forgot I had this in my pile. So I'm actually gonna do the superhero instead. So no real change. Just that makes more sense. And this goes back in my hand because I did a swap from my hand. All right.
Can I develop again?
Yeah. Up to 3 total spots can be developed. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to develop the romance.
Romantica.
Heartbreakers.
How's Heartbreaker? Oh, Heartbreakers is that's not very romantic. Okay.
She's crying.
So I'm going to develop as well because I don't want to lose out on development. I'm going to develop and take. I want this one. So basically what I'm looking at now is the bonus. This bonus gives me one of these tickets, which means I can move my token anywhere I want when I do sales. Whereas this could be a mystery. I don't know what it is. I really don't think I need the move anywhere, so I'm going to do the blind draw. Not much better, but it's okay. Okay.
Can I hire? I don't know why you didn't do that.
Hire?
I don't understand.
I didn't need to hire again.
You were doing the
romance. Well, I was and I wasn't. I mean, technically I could. Yes, technically I could have gone and hired, but then I wouldn't have been able to develop twice, and I needed the blue to go with my blue because I got a blue there. So I'm working on blue. All right, and yeah, then I would need to be able to print both comics, which I don't think I'd be able to do. All right, so I need ideas. So I get 1, 2, and then I will take a sci-fi and a horror. All right. That gives me 2 of each.
I want to sell.
He's going to sell. So again, you don't have to move, but you can move 1 for free. You can flip over 3 and take 3.
Of whatever I am going to develop or whatever is already flipped.
Now, the one thing that wasn't very clear was could you take, move, take, and keep doing that? It didn't quite say with the sales. So let me go back to sales agent. All right. So sales agent action. You can use your sales agent token on the map to visit in any order. Move by walking 1 block. Ticket or taking a cab to go 2. Flip as many tiles as specified in the action space. collect as many order tiles as specified in the action space. Okay, so yeah, so you can, in any order, it says you can do that. So you can take, then move, then flip. It's not clear that one thing can only be done once.
But
I
mean, the ones that are flipped are the ones I would have to take, or can I also?
No, you can flip. Yeah, you can flip up to 3 more.
Okay.
Here you go. Note, you can combine and repeat these actions up to the maximum specified in the action. E.g., you can move one block, flip, and or collect, move another block, flip or collect, and so on. Oh, so yeah, so you actually get to move 3 times as well. Oh, no. You can move again if you spend money to move again. So you can move 1 block only, take a cab, or cabs, plural, because you can pay as much as you want to keep moving, or use the transport ticket, which you don't have. So yes, basically you get to, without spending money, you can move up to 1, and you can flip up to 3. So like the best flip would probably be to go here, right? Because then you get to flip all 3 of those and see what all of them are. And then you get to take up to 3.
I have like butter in here.
It's I think it's because of the prototype. There was something I was unboxing the other day that was very similar. It was a brand new game, and same thing. It had like this oil.
I'm just saying because everything is slipping.
Yeah, there's something. It's something on the components.
Okay.
All right, so now you can take up to 3 sails.
Of the ones that are around me.
Yes. So you kind of want to take things. Well, I mean that's 5. Yeah.
Good.
So I mean you're at 4 already.
This one.
The romance, if you can complete that. And you don't have to take 3. You can take up to 3. So it's whether or not you want to work on a Western or not.
I mean, who knows? I have ideas for it.
You have ideas for it? Okay. So that is Oddities 3. So for my last thing, I'm going to publish. I don't get to publish 2 because I don't have to. But I am going to publish my Miss Tiger. She is, looks like Catwoman, but she is up on some girders. I don't know what she's doing. Says the tower. Miss Tiger bears her wonder claws in this month's gripping adventure. See page 4. So that's going to cost me 2 ideas. And it's going to cost me $4. Dollars. Okay. I get 2 of my choice. So I will take the 2 superheroes that I just meant. I'll take them back.
This?
Right. Yeah. I do have at least 3. So I get this 1 fan. So I have 1, 2, 3, plus this 1. So I have 4 fans for Miss Tiger.
How do I activate this?
So this is...
Or should I be doing the same you did? Just put them...
No, that's after you activate them.
So...
Oh, do you have what it takes? No, you need 5. So you'll have to upgrade your artist. Your artist isn't high enough yet. So mine was high enough because all I needed was a 3. And you can do more than one on a comic, so you can actually keep adding to that comic. Because the key is to try to keep all your comics higher, so you can get the victory points at the end. Right? And I can't do 2, but I do get to unlock my number 3 ability. Oh, you didn't publish this round. So, yeah, I think this just makes the most sense because then you get the improved colors. All right. So end of round, established ranking. So now I am in the lead because I have 1 at 5. So I get 3, which means Oddity gets 2. Because Oddity's behind, she's going to stay in first. Earn money. So I'm going to get 3, 6, 9. So I get $9.
I'm so poor, I get 6.
And Oddity gets 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it
you
cannot.
Didn't believe me. You think
it
I'm
cannot.
stealing.
It cannot fall. No, I thought you'd get more than that. But okay. You cannot. A comic cannot fall off the chart completely. So you always get to earn money. It never falls completely off. But that is the next thing now, is remove one fan for each comic. So slide everything down one. Nope, can't fall off, so you just put it on top of the other one. Yeah, you can't ever lose them completely. So you always get at least $1, which is actually really neat, because I was worried about that when I was like reading the rules and seeing people play, and they were talking about, oh, it goes down between each round. I'm like, so if you don't spin to keep the fandom up, you're not going to get any money. But I guess there's always those diehard fans that are willing to pay their 10 cents until the comic is gone out of print. Remove the editors. So we get all of our editors back. Oops. Left an editor. He was working late. He can't help it. He's a diehard. All right. And then we discard the cards and refill. Boom. Boom. And then while I'm doing that, we need those two. And then we need to flip over the next month. And then flip over all the tiles associated with said month. So all of the Western tile. Oh, this is two. This is a double.
Oh.
So all of the Western and all of the crime. All right. Reveal idea hype tokens. Add hype. Neither one of us are on the hype train. And then pay to increase our peoples. So I'll spend 1 to make him a 2. Oops, so that's not the writer.
If I spend 2 to make him a 5, see? Is that how it is?
You can take him up 1 level for 1 coin because you have somebody higher.
I want to be able to do this.
Yeah, so you pay 1 coin to make him a 2. So what is that, your artist?
Yeah.
So make your artist a 2. Right? Which means then you can turn that in. So flip it upside down. And then add 3 fans to that comic. Yep. All right. I want to take one. They're the same, which means I'd have to spend 3 to take one of them up. Yeah, and see, I don't know what the blues are last. I don't know what they are, but the good ones are still out there. That's fine. I'll do that. So I'm going to spend 3 to make one of these a 3. And then next round I can spend 1 to make the other a 3. So the choice is, do you want to spend 6 now to make them both this round, or do you want to wait around, right, to increase it? All right. So that's that. And since Audrey was lower, she gets to go first. Well, she was lower before she stormed ahead with her superhero comic. She thinks her superhero comic's better than mine.
Yes.
It is. Because it's a Captain America ripoff.
See, I'm going to print my romance.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to wait till you have 2 to print at a time? Remember, the first one that goes up there can print 2.
But I want this. Well, you're not gonna get
Yeah, there's no romance out here for me to get. Your best bet is to wait till you can do 2.
Okay.
No, you need to work on a Western. Oh, there's no Westerns out there.
No.
But again, you could do a copycat though. Remember, if you do a ripoff, you don't actually have to have the comic. You actually you take the comic out of the pile over there. So for the ripoff, all you need is the writer and the artist. And technically, for the ripoff, you don't need a matching writer and artist either.
Okay, so if I go there...
Well, yeah, if you want to...
And I do the ripoff off.
Yes, you can do the regular print and the ripoff at the same time.
Off, but off.
You do a ripoff of my Western.
Of your Western, okay. Okay, so I'm going to publish this. I mean, to print it. So I'll give. No, I can't. I don't have
Oh, you don't
ideas
have
for
any.
that.
All right, so you gotta go get that. All right,
It always happens when I want to do a
you're
double
going
thing.
up there. So you get this one. What's the other one you want? And you get two of your choice over there. You gotta get some ideas.
The gray one.
All right.
Good ideas. No, I have too much of that. I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to hire, and I'm going to hire this writer. I'm going to hire this artist. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to hire. Never mind. I don't want that artist. I was thinking I needed to upgrade the artist. And the thing is, you refill. Hang on, let me see something. So you refill first, and then you pay to increase after. Okay, so this would have been refilled before I decided to pay. This is what was out there, so I should have actually increased him because this was out here. So I didn't pay attention to that. So do that, and then I can do my swap action. So I'm going to swap Jane Goodall for Max Trajan. I think they use like famous people's names. Jane Goodall.
I was going to ask.
I think they did to kind of be neat. All right, so that doesn't change my fans or anything like that. It's now it's a 6, which means I don't have to worry about paying to upgrade that next turn. All right, so that was my hire action.
No, I'm going to print.
Now you're going to print. All right.
So I'm going to print my romance.
That cost you 3 monies. I'll give you change, I promise. I'm a trustworthy salesperson here.
Gracias.
And
and
they
will give me
ticket.
2 ideas. Why do I get a ticket?
Your reward.
For
2 ideas go to yourself.
For 2 ideas.
And then you have 1, 2, 3 plus the ribbon. Get your ribbon. So 4 fans of your comic. So what is that? Heartbreakers. There you go. So put that on the 4. All right. And then you can print your second comic. Oh, and you don't have enough to do that yet. So you'll have to upgrade your person first before you'll be able to do that. But you do get to upgrade something. Plus print your second comic.
Wait, I'm gonna do the ripoff.
Okay. So there's no rip off. So you're gonna rip off Wild Anne. So you need to grab that stack of cards.
I don't have. I need to have the artist and the writer.
You need an artist and a writer.
I don't have it.
Oh, then you shouldn't have done that yet. That's what I said. You don't want to print. If you're not.
Well, I already printed this one.
I'm saying if you're not going to print 2, there's no point in going there until your very last worker, right? If the other person hasn't gone. Sense. That's what with me. I couldn't print 2, so I just decided not to go there.
Sí, pero I wanted to be first in this.
Okie dokie, Smokey. All right. Oh, and then add a color token to. You can grab it from there or there. Doesn't matter. That's going to get you extra victory points at the end of the.
How do we know this?
Because you upgraded that. So you upgraded your printers.
Okay, and this when I can use
Now
it?
you can do that now.
Whenever. Oh.
Yep. So you can upgrade anything up to a 4, which is basically these now too. So you can do this one, this one, this one. So any of them. This one gives you another worker. This one gives you where you can recruit or you can get money. You can get fans for money. Basically, you can bribe people to read your comics. That's what we'll say. You can bribe people to read your comics. All right. So I'm going to develop there. And I'm going to get. I'm going to get this one. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get this one. Okay. Easy big. Orejas. Bella's orejas are no bien. Her cousin was licking and licking and licking at her ears and kind of got them probably nasty. And so, unfortunately, she's not feeling good with her ears. And she doesn't like me cleaning them. It is not fun for her.
I'm gonna hire. What is hire? Hire.
All right. So odd that he's taking what I was thinking about going after next.
I don't know.
Te amo. You don't mean it.
I want it.
Not when we're playing board games. He doesn't mean it when we're playing board games. All right. And since you took that print, I can't print twice, which kind of
¿Por qué no?
blocks what I wanted to do there.
Oh.
Because you did that. So that's fine. I'll print once because there's nothing else I'm going to be able to. I can print once. So this just helps me maintain my lead on the horror comics. So that is going to cost me 4 monies. And then I get 1, 2, 3 fans. I don't remember if you count count this.
Have we counted them?
We counted it the first time we've ever gotten it, but I don't remember if you're supposed to count it each time. So print, take the bonus, get it in. All right, so an example. Okay, so if it's the first superhero book printed, yeah. So if it's the first one printed, it gets the extra fan. After that, these just swap back and forth, and they don't really count as anything else. So it just gives the first one an extra fan. Okay, so Carmilla gets 3. I got all my comics on 3. I'll take comics for 3, Alex. And same thing, I think it makes the most sense to get the worker first, because next time we print a comic, we'll be able to move those somewhere else. So I will get my extra worker, and then my reward is 4 coins. Like so.
Andre is going to
You're talking about yourself in the third person.
print.
Odd that he's going to print again.
I'm just gonna print. It's a felony.
All right, it's a felony. So that is $5.
I'm so rich.
You're so rich.
And we have just ideas as well.
All right, and then you get 3 fans for that. So that comes on 3. And then you get 2 ideas of your choice. All right, so I have to get more fans over there. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to do sales. All right, so I'm going to move. I'm going to pay $2 to move 2. So 1, 2. And I can flip 3. So 1, 2. Dang, it's 1 short. At least, well, for this comic's 5. Okay. So then I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one. And this one, I think. All right. So I can add this to this one. So 3 fans to Haunting Tales.
What is Haunting Tales?
It's the one by itself.
Hmm?
Yeah.
How many?
3, so 7.
Oh my god, you're winning.
And then 2 fans to Miss Tiger. She's probably buried in there. Yep, that's her. So she goes to the 5. Okay.
Okay.
That's Meal.
That's you.
Hey guys, this games look great. Hey Ezra, how you doing? Looks complex, but helps that everything makes sense with the theme. Yeah, it looks complex, but like the rules, there's technically only like 10 pages of rules. There's not a lot of rules. It looks more complex than it does, and the theme really helps the mechanics. Like what you're trying to do specifically makes you do what you need to do.
It's really good.
Oh, and I forgot my my color upgrade when I printed Camilla. I don't know if you want. We can add more tiles when we do the cleanup.
I'm going to sell, so you gave me a ticket.
So that means you can move anywhere on the board that you want, or you can just do your normal movement. It's up to you.
And when can I do this?
What?
This one.
You can do that as soon as you meet the requirements.
Which is...
You're gonna have to upgrade your writer.
So I need more money.
Well, the key is, remember, the key is you want to get, if you want to get the most victory points, you need to be equal with me or higher in one of your comics, right? So right now, the only way you'd be able to do that is with the superhero. So your best option is trying to go, I mean, you can go 1 over and get this superhero, and as long as it gives you 1 fan, you tie with me, right? So you don't need to use your ticket for that. But if you want to reveal more tokens, there really isn't a reason to reveal more tokens. It'd really be if you just don't want these 2 tokens. Like say you want these 2 instead, then you could move here, take this 1, use your ticket to go here, and take those.
Oh, can I do that in 1 turn? If I use it, if I go there?
Yeah, because you can take a number. You can take 2 tokens, 2 total. You can reveal 2. You can move once, and then you can spend your token to move again.
Okay, so I'm going to go here first.
Yep. And you flip over to hero. So you just need to have 3, which you have. So if you put that on there, moves that up 1, which now you're tied with me again.
Okay.
And then you use your token. Well, that's if you want to go there, or you could go if you want to increase your felony. You don't have enough for that. You don't have enough for that. You have enough for this. Because you only get to take 1 more because you're on the 2 instead of the 3. Here you could do that one, get this, get 2 more fans on your felony, which is right here, which would kind of move you up and get you a little bit more money. But again, if you move up your heartbreakers, that would get you the same amount of money. Or maybe look at the other tiles that you'd want to get after, because on the next turn you would already be there. Or on a follow-up turn, subsequent turn. I would say your best bet is here, here, or here. So this one you need 5, which you don't have, so you wouldn't be able to use that right away. This you need 6, which you don't have. This one you have 3, which would give you 1, and would move you up to 5. This one here you need 4, it would give you 2, which would make it 5. So either one of these is going to move one of your comics to 5. I would say felony's best, because the longer it's higher, the more money you're going to get. Because right now it's only worth $2. So if you move felony up, it'll be worth $3. So you're probably better to go here. So you go there, take that, and so you can redeem that right away. So flip it over and move up your felony 2. Yep. Oh, when you printed it's a felony, you should have had one of those 2.
Do I put mass?
Yeah, you can go ahead and put one there.
And these 2 points?
That's at the end of the game. All right, so for my last action, I really don't want any of that. Well, the writer's fine, because I got this green token. That's fine, I'll do that. So I'm going to hire, I think. Yeah, I'm going to take the writer. I really don't want that artist. I'm gonna go for the wild, and that is not the artist I want. This is not the artist I'm looking for. All right, so that is it. All right, so we established ranking. We are now tied again, so we both get 3 victory points. Turn order doesn't change because it's the same. Earn money. So I get 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you get $11 dues. And you get how much?
I've got 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, 12 for Anthony. All right, establish turn order, which we already did. Remove one fan from each comic, so each comic drops down one. All right. Remove editors from the board, which is basically all the editors.
All of the people.
Todo meeples. Todo editorials. All right. Discard the cards and refill. And then while I'm doing that, if you want to flip, refill, all of that stuff. Other can't reach. Only one this time.
Oh, is the horror.
Horror. The horror. Oh, we found all of our sci-fi stuff. Holy cow. It seems like it's going to be a sci-fi race on this round.
Yeah.
Well, there's your writer for your Western. Because remember, you got to be able to complete that or you lose points for that one token you took.
For having it.
Because, well, it's kind of like you went out and told that vendor that you would get him some comics of Westerns.
And I don't have
You don't have any.
Oh my god.
So he's like,
nothing, not even the people who's going to...
Well, you can get your writer.
Well, but I haven't hired it.
No, you haven't hired him yet. Well, you get to go first. So horror. We've technically flipped them all over, so the last one is that. We know what that is. Don't know what the value is, because, well, I guess I'd have to look at these two to see what the value is. Okay. So you get to go first.
I'm going to hire...
Oh, hang on, forgot something. Did you want to upgrade any of your artists and writers? I am going to spend 1 to upgrade my... I want to upgrade this one, or just want to upgrade this one? I think we're going to upgrade this one. Makes the most sense.
There are no purpose. I have not used my swap action.
Yeah, so that gives me 6. Carmilla's already fallen in the ratings, but this is popular. Haunting Tales is a really popular comic, so I'll just keep focusing on it. Let Carmilla fall off. Carmilla was just there, so that way it'd be harder for you to be able to take that from me.
Is this the last?
No, remember, yes, you have to upgrade that so you can use that. So you already know you want to do that, so that's 1 coin. That's that. And then you can go ahead and use that now. Yep, and then move that up to 2 Heartbreakers. There you go. Yeah, you basically pretty much you need to have at least 1 of your comics at 6.
Yes.
So it's a felony. You can pay 1 to make that a 6, and then you'll be able to do the highest level of everything. So if you spent 1 there, that'd make that a 6. You kind of want to make at least 1 a 6 is what I'm noticing. Because I've got 6. I've already got all 3 of my 6s. So this is the only one that's not. But I'm focusing that one, not that one. So all right, so you get to go first.
This writer and this artist.
All right. Do you want to do a swap? Well, you would swap for purple, and there's no purple. But again, you can also swap for the same thing. So technically, if you got this 3 writer, you could swap that 2 for this 3. It's your choice whether you want the other 2 that you got.
No, I want this.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to get me an artist. And for a writer, I'll get this writer. Swap. No swap. Swap or no swapping. No swiper, no swiping. Swap or no swapping.
I'm going to develop.
You stop developing. What do you want?
Neptunia.
Neptunio. Okay, you know, this gives you 4 coins. This gives you 2 ideas. So you're good. Or you got mystery.
2 ideas still, whatever I want.
Yeah, whatever you want. When you publish it, though.
Okay, see, Neptunio.
Neptunio. Okay. All right. So
Ooh.
I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to develop. And I'm going to get that one.
So this one, I can use it only if the comic is orange, is Western.
Yes. So that's what I said. You'd have to do a rip-off. If you don't want to wait for an orange comic to come up, you basically have to do a rip-off of Wild Annie, which costs you basically just money. That's all it costs you to rip me off. It doesn't cost you any ideas because you're not coming up with any new ideas. You're ripping me off.
Yeah. Okay. So that one.
So that'll allow you to publish 2 comics. Are you ready to publish 2 comics? You always do
I
this.
have to do one. I prefer to do one because I want that.
Okay. See.
I mean, it's better than nothing. Like, how many points do I
1.
lose?
You lose 1 point. Yeah, that gives you 2. No, that's good.
So this needs.
It's good. It's just not optimized. Although it's optimized.
Pero is this the last thing I can do?
No.
Like, what isn't it?
The only reason I say it's not. No, there's one more round. The reason I say it's not optimized is if you can print 2 comics, you should print 2 comics. But it is slightly optimized because you're preventing me from printing 2 comics. Because the more comics you print, the more money you get to.
Only the first one gets to do
print
both.
2. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if I want to print 2, I have to spend 2 workers because I have to send it up there twice. And hope that you don't print before I get to send my second one print.
I'm so sorry.
Normal worker placement.
So I'm going to pay for that.
Okay.
2 ideas.
5 monies.
5 monies.
All right, and you get your Neptunia comic. Yeah, it's in that pile. The color pile. See how you can tell the difference? There's colored for the real ones, and then the rip-offs aren't colored.
So no, it's not here.
Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, you're not making a rip-off. You're making a real comic.
Oh, I'm making a real this time, sis.
So that gives you 2 fans. So put it on the 2. Oh, 3 fans because you're going to get the ribbon. And then you get 2 of your choice. All right. I'm going to develop. Go ahead and get this one. Oh, sorry. When you printed this 5th comic, you should have moved this cube somewhere else. So where do you want that now?
Sorry. Well.
So develop, like I said, what that allows you to do is when you take the develop action, you can place a card face down, and then you get 2 points for the next round. Unfortunately, that's almost a lost cause at this point because you wouldn't be able to collect that because you can't get another develop card. So that's pointless. This here allows you to spend your extras to get more fans when you take that action. This one here allows you to spend money to get more fans.
I have never done this.
I've done it once because I didn't have money at the beginning.
This is not better.
Okay. So no. That's why I said make sure you get that out there before it was your turn again. Well, you got sales. If you want to try to increase the popularity of some of your comics. So you get to move once, take up to 3 tiles. Or you can spend 2 coins to move 2 spaces. Well, you get to move once no matter what.
Okay.
And then you can spend 2 coins to move again if you want. So, and you get to take up to 3 tiles. So...
here. If I pay 1, I can go here?
Yep, pay 2.
2 coins? Okay, I have it.
All right. And then you get to take...
All of those?
Yep, 3 tiles if you want all 3. It just means you need to make sure that you
No,
work on getting
no, because I don't want to take points to make...
Yeah, but all you need to do is get another...
Green person.
Yeah, you need to get you a green writer. 3 green writer.
If I get this extra...
Well, this one's fine. Keep that one. If you don't want to, I would say this would be the riskier one that you shouldn't take.
Okay, and this one has to stay with me.
Oh, and then you take this one. All right, so you can do this one right away. So that gives you 3 fans on felony. Yeah, 3 fans on felony.
1, 2, 3. Ooh.
All right, you can do this one right away. So that gives you 1 fan on Neptunio. All right. So, you have 1 worker, right, after that? All right, so I'm going to publish. There. Which one do I want to publish? I guess I'm going to publish this one because it gives me more. It gives me more. All right, so I'm going to publish the feelings. It's just a feeling. That's what it says. Just a feeling. These are backwards. Yeah. So just a feeling.
These are the same.
That's going to cost me 4.
This has a painter icon.
Oops. Sorry. Grabbed the wrong one.
And the other one too.
Oops. Sorry. Grabbed the wrong one. Here. So just a feeling. So that was $4. Oh, I can't do that yet. Dang it. Come back.
You did an oddity.
I did an oddity. I pulled an oddity. So I take my $4 back. All right, I meant to do this first. All right, so I'm going to take a heart and and then I want a heart and a boot, I guess. No, we got 1 round left. I don't think I'm going to be printing that many comics. All right, now you're last. Right, you got 1 worker.
I don't know what I can do.
So you can hire, you can get more ideas.
Hire, would you open?
You can remember you can take blind, or you can take these.
I'm gonna take blind on
So hire.
Blind
for your writer because you're trying to get a green.
I'm trying to get a green. Yes, blind for my. Oh.
Well, no, you don't. You didn't. Oh no, you don't need it for the green anymore because you didn't take that token. Technically you need that.
But if I change it to
it would
green,
give you 1 more fan for green. It would allow you to on the next turn come down here and get maybe these. Yeah, maybe be able to get those.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. It's a painter.
Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
It's an artist. I mean,
because you can upgrade this to a 3. So I don't think it matters that they're the same color. So earlier when I didn't have them matching, I was thinking it needed to matter. It doesn't. So you're actually at 5 right now. They don't have to be the same color. So you're technically at 5 in green. Which this is a 2, so it's not like it's worse than what you have now. All right, and then do you want the blue artist or do you want blind artist?
Blue artist.
Do you want the blind artist?
Not blue.
The blue artist? Okay.
Why? I don't know.
Yeah, you did the same thing I did.
Oh,
What a BZB. It's very possible. All right. All right, so now I can publish. All right, let's try that again. All right. Oh, you forgot. When you publish that. All right, so now I can publish, which means the same thing. I need 1 of those. Let's do this right this time. So,
one of what?
one of these. Do that. 4, 2 hearts, and I get 1 plus 1 fan. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 fans on this one. Right? Yeah. And then I can move this somewhere else. Oh. was my bed. All right. I think what you did is pretty much the best thing. Although I do have lots of extra money. I might need that next round. Develop doesn't do any good this late because we can't put one down to develop. Oh, I don't know. Here, I'll just be different than you. Well, no, I'm gonna have more ideas left over than I am. Yeah, I'm gonna have more ideas left over than I am there. Now, the one thing I don't remember, let me double check, is does it have to be a matching icon to move it up the track? Convert ideas into fan. After you ideas, you can also convert a max of 3 idea tokens into 1 per comic already pointed. 1 idea token equals 1 fan in a comic book of the same genre. Okay, that's why I thought it had to be the same. Okay, so that's all of our workers. All right, so now we do establish ranking. So Audrey is in the lead with her felony. She committed felony there. That's how that happened. Felon. Earn monies. So I've got what? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 from me. All right, and then you have 4, 7, 10, 13, 15.
On 16, I have 2 books here.
They're $1 a piece. 4, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15. 15. All right. Remove 1 fan for each book. All right. Remove our editors. Earthquake Audrey strikes again. All right. And then remove the editors, discard. There was only 1 to discard, and refill. All right. So we flip, refill, and so forth. Right, and then our comics.
No, but
here's your Western.
I cannot. And what about? Oops.
All right. The last superhero gets flipped over. All right. So flip the calendar tile. Did that. Refill the ideas. You did that. Add hype. We didn't have that. Pay to increase our thingalies. So let me double check on this increase. Can I go to a 3 by just paying 2?
And what about me? Can I can only repop now?
No.
Or what?
You can just keep making. You ran out of board, but you can just keep making. Yeah. So every comic you make after this is going to give you 2, whether it's a ripoff or whether it's an actual comic. Value of books. Oh, here we go. So you can learn. Yeah, so you just pay 1 of each. 1 for each increment and place increased. At the beginning of the following round, you can get 3 if you want another one. Or you can train all the way up by spending it all. So if I want to make them a 3 this round, I have to pay to make them a 3. Or I have to pay to make them a 1 and then pay to make them a 3. That'd be 4 total. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pay 1 to make him a 2. Oh no, I don't think I can do both. I think you can do one or the other. Where did I see that? There it is. Your note, in case your creatives are both value 1 or 2, you can mix the options above, but at the beginning of a round, you can train a creative. You must wait until the beginning of the next round to increase the value of another. Okay, so you can only do one. You can only train or learn one person per round. So that slightly monkey wrenches me, but not much. Is it even worth it now? I don't think it's worth it. No, I'm not gonna do it. You want to increase any of yours?
No.
No? You don't want to make those 3s? Again, it's whether or not you're going to come here and try to pick up this art or not.
No, I know.
Okay. Well, not right now means not at all. Okay. So that's it. So flip the calendar. We did that to that, and we pay, and we didn't pay. Okay. So the order. Now we are tie on the bottom, but because you were the highest, I am actually first now for the first time. All right. So I am going to. Okay, I'm going to develop. And so I'm going to get outlaws.
Uy.
Lo siento. Es mi culpa.
You had to go first this time.
I mean, you can get the other stuff and then do a ripoff. Again, this is the last round, so you're going to want to make sure you can print 2 at one time. You don't want to waste a worker by not being able to print 2.
So I need to develop.
Okay.
Pero I'm going to.
Well, I mean, again, you don't have to get this. Again, you can do a ripoff. You don't have to get these for a ripoff. So if you wanted workers,
then I'm gonna print.
Then, well, no, get more workers so you can do a ripoff. Entiendo? To do a ripoff, you just need a writer and a.
See, which is what I have. I'm an artist.
But you can't do 2. This is the final round. You want to print as many. You see what I mean? You want to print as many comics as you can this round to get the most points. So you'd be better off. But again, it's your choice. If you want to stop me from printing 2, then do the print action now. Because that would stop me from printing 2 without spending 2 workers.
Would you still love me?
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
No, it's fine.
Okay, I'm going to.
Now hold on though. If you don't, I don't know what happens if you don't print with. Without at least 1, because you can't get any fans. So I'm currently. Let me double check the ripoff because ripoffs. You can print a ripoff of an existing original comic book printed in the previous round. For that, you do not need to spend tokens. You only need a pair of creatives and the money to pay them. No, 1 ripoff per original comic is allowed. Search ripoffs, find it. Place 2 creative cards and the ripoff on the player mat. Pay the money. Put the corresponding ripoff position on the chart according to the number of fans. But you would have 0 fans. Your best bet is to print a ripoff. You won't. Technically, you can't print a ripoff without at least the artist or the writer being of that type, because you wouldn't be able to get any fans. It doesn't say that in the rule book, but technically, how could you get on the board at the $1 spot if you don't have at least one fan? So you would want to print a rip-off that matches your writers to mine.
The blue one.
Okay, so you're going to do a rip-off of Miss Tiger. So grab the deck up there. They're blue. See how the colors are in the back? So these are the blue ones. So she should be one of those 4.
The what? Miss Tiger.
It'll be renamed. So you're Miss Kitty. So it's got different art too. So I already made the rip-off Miss Kitty. That's going to help her maintain and keep. That also helps you make sure you keep that over there. So it just says put it off to the side of your board. So I'll slide my board over. Just in case you print some. All right. So you get the Miss Kitty tile. And then you get how many fans? 2 fans on that one?
2 fans.
All right. So this goes 2 fans. All right. Somiterno, porque. Oh, and then you get the upgraded ink. You can't get the upgraded ink though, so that you're allowed to do.
I can.
Yeah, you can. Anytime you print a comic, rip off or not, you're using your better ink now. Well, if I'm gonna have to do this, then fine. I'm going to hire Jim Gordon, which is Batman. Jim Gordon is Detective Gordon in Batman. And the writer. Non mirare ogni carta.
No, it was not the front.
Tuterno. Okay.
What else to do?
So look on the back of your card. Look on the back of
everything.
your card. See what all gives you victory points, right? So fans at the end of the round. So basically, getting more fans is going to give you points. So any of your comics you can push up is going to give you more points because you're going to have more fans, right? Victory points, money, ideas, and then of course matching sets. So since this isn't a matching set and that's not a matching set, you're not going to maximize those points right now. So technically, if you were to hire, you could take one of these 2 to make that a matching set. See, because you have the writer here. So that would give you 2 more points by getting this writer instead of what you currently have. Plus, it would give you a fan.
And then I can swap it just going there.
Because you're already going to the hire, which gives you the swap action too. Yep.
Okay. So that means I have to hire.
All right, so you hire. So you got this, and then which artist? This one, or this one. You don't need an artist, but well, no, you need a writer. Yeah.
I cannot hire.
You can't hire 2 writers.
Okay, then sorpresa.
Sorpresa. Okay. All right. So. All right. So I'm going to print. And so I'm going to print I'm going to print my first sci-fi. That cost me 5. And then I get 1, 2, 3 fans for Alien Worlds. So 3, por favor. And I get 4 dinero. 4. All right. Terno. Oh, you forgot to do your swap. It was just part of the it's just part of that action now. So just do your swap. And then move It's Alive up by 1. Or It Lives up by 1. Okay. So same thing. Now you pretty much want to increase your fans. The 2 ways to do it is here and here. So pretty much you're going to want to spend 1 turn to go there and 1 turn to go there, or 2 and 2, 2 there, 2 there. So here you're gaining fans by meeting the requirements, right? there you're going to get fans by spending 3 of your fans. But again, at the end of the game, you do get 1 victory point for every 4. So that's going to give you more victory points overall, because that'll give you 1 victory point for 3.
That's what I was saying.
The other one will give you 1 victory point for 4. So you get to take 2 and 2. So you want to look at your comics and move them up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they have to match whatever comic you're moving up. It really doesn't matter, because technically
all of them are there.
But you do want felony to be high, really high. So I would definitely say you probably want 1 gun at least, so you can move the felony up, right? And then after that, you can grab another gun from over there.
I take 1 or 2 from there.
You take 2 from there. Yep. And you take 2 from there. Now you can spend 3 tokens on 3 different comics. So you want to spend a gun on felony, right?
How?
Just discard it and move felony up 1.
How many can I do?
Remember, because more money is going to give you more too. So you pretty much want to move your top 3 up. That's pretty much what you want to do.
Azul.
Well, hang on. No, you want to move these guys into 3. So you'd want to move green to get it to $3, and you want to move purple to at least try to get it higher.
See, that makes more sense. I have 1 purple.
Because you can try to do that.
Oh,
next
I
turn.
moved everything. Right? Or was this only alone?
Yeah, there was nothing in that spot.
So he goes there, and this one goes here.
Yeah, right. 2. Yeah, green moved up, purple moved up. Yep, that's right. All right. So I'm going to print again. So I'm going to print this. I'm going to print another Western. Oops, I forgot my ink. Más ink, por favor. So that costs just 1. There's no more printing happening, so that's the last comic can be printed for the game because we filled up all the spots. So $2, 2 tokens. Did I give you the 2 tokens for the sci-fi? I don't think I did. And then I get 1, 2, 3 fans on Outlaws. So 3 fans. And then 3 fans on Outlaws. Oh, I get 1 of these. Oh, and I could have completed this too on my aliens. So, because it's at 4. So I get plus 2 fans on my alien worlds, wherever it is now. Probably in that big stack. There it is. Yep, so 2 fans on that. Okay. So I need a minimum of 2 fans to get to the top. Okay. All right, so same thing. So you got 2 options. You can either come over here and get fans or go over there and get fans.
I like going here.
But there you're not getting as many this time. So that's only moving everything up once. Over here, because you get the first. Here you'd be able to get 3 tiles. So for example, here, well, you didn't upgrade your romance. That's why I was asking you. Sure, you didn't want to upgrade your romance because this would have been a good spot for you. You should maybe get this one, and this one.
But this one is 2. So you have this, and this. No?
Again, what do you have to complete? You don't have the stuff to complete this one. This one. You don't have enough to complete any of them. That's why I said you had to get them all up to 6s. That's why it was so important to get them to 6s. And I cannot upgrade now? You had to do it at the beginning of the turn.
But I could do no.
I'm trying to see if you can maximize it. Well, the other thing though is you have to be able to move there. So if you wanted to move there, you get 1 free, and then you have to spend 2. You got to spend 2 every single time you want to go more with the cabs. You can go anywhere you want. You just have to have the money to do it. There's a 3 purple. You could do that. 5 Western. You don't have any Western. 6. You didn't have that. You could do this, which would be 3 on your felony, which is your highest, and that would give you 1 more. If you want to go here, you have to spend 2 to get to the spot that I'm on. That only gives you 1 though as well. This, you could do this one, which would give you 1 fan and 1 fan. You could do, I mean, technically you can do this, and you can do this. So actually right here would probably be a good spot, because this would give you
The 5.
3 and 4.
And I have it. Let's see.
But again, you could pick up 3 tiles. So you could actually move, pick up a tile, and move again too. Remember, you can do it in any corner. So you move, hold on. So if you move right 1, you're going to go here. That's going to cost you 2 monies.
Does money count for the end?
Yes, but it's 4 to 1, so it's not as valuable. So that would give you this, right? And if you want to go here to here, that would cost you 4 more monies. Right?
Here to here.
And then that would give you this one and this one. So you have your this one, so that gives you +1 on your heartbreakers. I think it's buried. I think it's under the green one. Yep, so +1 on heartbreakers. +4 on felony, which means it tops out.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, felony just tops out because you had extra.
Oh.
Yeah. And then +3 on your Neptoid. Yep. That's probably maximum play there. That's probably the most you could do. So now I got to, I'm pretty much, that's what I've got to do too, because I got my ticket. All right, so I get 2. All right, what do I have that I have 6? I've got 6s in almost everything. So I know I wanted that. That one, that would give me this. Oh, but what's underneath my green one? Is that Miss Kit and Miss Tiger? No, that's my horror one. So technically I want to go here, because that would give me these 2. That's probably my best bet. Yeah, so doesn't matter. I got the ticket, so I can go anywhere on the board. So I'm gonna get these 2. So I get +4 to my Haunting Tales. It's under the green one. Yep. And then I get +4 to Miss Tiger. She's on the bottom of underneath the orange one.
How many?
4. All right. That's all my workers. That's all your workers. It is time to add up some points here.
I had one more.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, because you went after me. You're right. Oh, dang. You're gonna trounce me. So you can get more. Again? Yeah. I mean, well, yeah.
Or can I get more?
I think this is probably gonna be the most. If you can get anything that gives you +1 fan, it's gonna give you more. So
here.
So that would give you, because you can pick up 2, so you can complete that one. And felony's already maxed out though. Oh no, you could do gang wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Technically, hold on. Oh no, gang wars wasn't at 6, so you couldn't have done that one. Yeah, so that's your best bet. So where were you? You're right there. So that would cost you 2, 4. It'd cost you $4 to go there. All right. So then that moves up your Gang Wars 3. And then that moves up your It Lives 3.
1, 2, 3.
Wish you've got way more than I do up above. All right, so here's all the other people's scores, so we can compare ourselves to the other previewers, because everybody did their own page.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the first thing is fans. So the fans are the numbers that they physically are on. So you have 10, 17, 23, 33, 37, 39. 39 for Audrey.
8 tienes 9, 16. No, 9. 16. 21.
27, 28, 29.
I counted 30.
No, 9, 16, 21, 27, 28, 29. 29, right? So now we still need to do the end for victory points. So you would have gotten 3 because you were the highest, and I would have gotten 2. All right. So now we add up all of our victory points here. When do we add up the ink? Let me see here. When do we add up ink? All VP tokens, mastery tokens, better color tiles, and all extra VP given by printing 5 comic books or more. Oh, and then you have the 6 comics. I don't know why it's not that 6 comics isn't mentioned there. Oh, originals. Each original comic 6 or more. Okay. So what are mastery token? Oh, these. Okay. So we add up these, and the 1 extra VP for each. Yeah, this is weird. They're missing this one. All right. So these, the +1 for each original, and then the +2 for each 1/6.
What is this?
Well, we can do. We'll do it in multiple parts. So let's count these up first.
I did.
Oops. All right. So I had 16. 17 for Audrey. Beat me on that one. All right. And then wow, you tore me up here too. So I had 4. Hoish. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to print 2 of the aliens to take the aliens from me. There were no more aliens. There was nothing else really I could print 2 of. I mean, again, I could have. That's why I wanted to go to the 2. And I would have felt bad that if you would have left the 2 and then I would have printed 2 because I was going to print a 3rd comic. So that's why I reminded you that it does still block me from printing 2. All right, so that was that. Next is for each original comic, you get 1 point. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
6.
And then you get 2 for every comic after from 6 and up. So I got 2, 4. You got 4 as well. It doesn't have to be original. All right. And then for every $4, you get a point. 10.
3.
I got 21, so that would be 5. Oh, 3 points. Yeah. All right. 1 point for every 4 extra ideas, so I get 1.
Oh, I see. I discompleted.
No, they don't have to match. Just
2.
4s.
See, but I don't have 4 here, so just 2.
2. All right. 6 points for every fully matching set. Or yeah, so.
Those
7, yeah. So 6 times 6 is 36, 42.
How many points?
6 per.
So 36.
36 for Audrey. Oh, because you converted that 1. All right. 4 points for every 1 off. So you have 1. Get 0. 2 points for every single, which neither one of us have. All right, and add it up time.
What? Single comic? Single what?
Where, like, say you have the comic and neither the artist or neither one match. All right, so calculator time. Because I'm definitely not doing this in Mika Besa. Not happening.
My phone is about to die, but let's see.
I'll be in. Okay. 39, 17, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 36, 4.
119.
All right. 29, 16, 4, 7, 4, 5, 1, 42.
29,
29, 16, 4, 7,
4.
4, 5, 1, 42.
108.
That was close. All right, so 108 to 119. Oddity wins. Oddity gets the medal. She is now the winner. So if we want to look at the other content creators, this group got 82 and 81.
Oh, we did better.
This group got 72 and 95. And this group got 108, 79, and 66. That was a 3-player game. So Oddity currently, out of the content creators in this book, has the highest score.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and flip over and give our first impressions. There we go. All right, so of course, everything in this game is a prototype. Things are subject to change, although they're closing down the pledge manager, which is why we played this. So again, link down below. You can go out and late pledge if you want, if you found this as a game you want to play. But again, components are pretty much, I'm going to think, in their final state. All right. So what did you think of the components overall?
I like that it's very thematic. I mean, the colors, like this cream color, like the
like
paper.
Odin style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is comics, like the board.
Yeah, it's the old classic style comics. The covers are really nice.
Yeah, the colors.
And in stretch goals, they actually added war as another comic genre. It was war. And they had some guest artists come in. So there's some new comics from those guest artists. So they just had some actual special guest artists come in, which are actual big artists in the comic industry right now.
I really like it. Like the trackers, everything is good. The only thing that I was confused at first, or not confused, but every single time I looked at, and it was like, is the gray color. Because to me, this gray looks like something is not active.
Oh,
like something is
inactive.
grayed out. But that was something at the beginning.
Which technically, the thing is, you were talking about the grayed out. They actually did that as so that was the one thing on these is,
They have?
So, you would have gotten $6 more, I think. You would have flipped over that comic once you hit 10.
All of them have that?
Yeah. I forgot about that because I don't remember if it said that in the rules or whatnot, but I remember some other one.
We never
when the comic gets all the way to 10, you flip this over and you get $6 every time it gets to 10. So Oddity would have gotten $6 for getting Felony to 10, which would have given her a whole nother point. So you'd have had 120. But no, they did like a washed out, like, faded on the rip-off comics, which I thought was cool too. Yeah, I like the art. I like all the components are good. They all serve their purpose. It's very Euro-y. I believe there is a metal coin upgrade, so that's nice. The one thing it was kind of weird to me is the 2-cent coins. Because in the US we don't have 2-cent coins. We have pennies, we have nickels, we have dimes. We don't have 2-cent coins. We've never had 2-cent coins. So like even if we want to go back to like the 30s and 50s where we've never had 2-cent coins. So that was weird to me. That's a minor gripe, but there are metal coins. Also, they did make metal upgrades for these tokens as well. So those are good. I would have liked on the player aid is nice because it gives you the victory points, but it's the round structure on the cards. And really only one person needs to know the round structure. That's the person running the game. It would have been nice to have the explanation. Well, the steps on the turn, but not because there really aren't steps on a turn.
Well, what each thing does.
Which each thing does, especially like the special abilities and stuff, just so you have that as a remembrance. But that's a minor thing. At least there is a player aid because a lot of games don't. But no, I think the graphics and art are fine. There was another comic book game on crowdfunding at the exact same time, and I had made mention that the way they did it on the track, because it was kind of like a stock market type game, which we are going to be playing Comic Hunters, which has a very similar stock market-y type feel. But like there was no theming on it at all. Like the background was just like a plain blue or yellow or something. The track was very bland. I was like, put fake comic art in the background just to kind of make it there. They were also using a very indie comics, actual comic books in the game, and they weren't really highlighting that. And that particular comic publisher wasn't pushing the game either, which seemed weird to me, right? And I'm like, if you've got that publisher, you should be able to use any of their art to enhance. So this is definitely well done, and it fits, right? The theme, the colors, the graphics fit with the time period that they're doing. I could see then somebody else mentioned making a Silver Age, and you get a little bit better comics, you know, a Silver Age expansion, and then they could do a Bronze Age expansion and a Modern Age expansion. I could see that, and it would be fun to keep getting those, and maybe the expansion would be like each round you're going into a different age. So we had another game that was like that. Like as you went on, you shuffled in another deck of cards. I forget what game that was, but do you remember that? It was like when we first started, we only had like so many cards, but then it was like, okay, in the next round, you shuffled in another deck to now you had round 1 and round 2's cards.
Yeah, but I don't remember what game it was.
My Father's Work had you change the cards. Wonderland War had you change the cards. There was one that you had to shuffle it in. I can't remember for the life of me, but that would be cool with the expansions, and it would still feel thematic, because then it seems like you're going through the years and making other comics. Next are the mechanics. So it is a standard worker placement. You place your worker to do an action, to be able to then, well, publish comics. So we played a very similar game with this, which was Heliotype, which was we were trying to publish dinosaur papers.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one.
Heliotype. What did you think of the mechanics?
I love them. I think that, I mean, there are many things to do. You decide what you want to do based on what you have or what you want. So
I think
that's
for you, the
something
only thing for the mechanics for you is you want to do one thing, because you did that a bunch with the publishing. You wanted to keep
that because I was lucky. No, but I was lucky, and it was doing better from the beginning because I had the three colors. But yeah, I had not thought about doing it
double
twice.
publishing on your turn. So there was probably a couple times that if you would have built up your stock, I mean, you beat me. It's not like your strategy didn't
Well,
work,
you did help me a lot.
But if you would have gone a couple more times and picked up more cards, you could publish twice. And I think that's where the
but look, this is how I also got many of these things.
But I think that's where the mix match of cards comes in useful. Is you just get a writer and a publisher and a writer
Different colors,
and an artist of different colors, and just publish all your comics. So you go there first, so you can publish 2. I'm going to publish one that matches, yes, because I have it, but I don't have the matching. And that, again, I like that. It's a neat mechanic. You're not limited to a pure set collection of I have to have 2 blues or I have to have 2 reds, because like you said, it's random what's going to come out, and you may not get what you need.
But
like you
I
did
also love that you can see that one, and you can see what
the comics coming up
next. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that they did that on the comics, but not the other ones. I guess because the comics you only get to draw 1, so it's harder, right? Whereas with the other ones you get to draw 2.
Don't many of the things are actually based on the comics, not in the like the.
Oh, we forgot to add some points, but it doesn't matter. We both had 8. We forgot to add the ink, the extra 2 points for each ink. Wouldn't have changed the score.
There was something that was based on just the comic. What was it?
You get the bonus. You get a bonus for the comic, and you get 1 fan if it's a real comic. You get 2 points at the end of the game if it's a comic.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that is interesting that they let you know what comic is, what type is coming next. I don't know. I think it helps planning better.
Yeah, and there was a lot of things like at the very first round or two, I was like, when would we ever do XYZ? And then by like the second or third round, it was like, oh, we started doing all the other things. Now, unfortunately, the royalties, we did that once. Now, you may have had to have done the royalties if you were printing twice. Because if you were printing twice, you would have been spending twice as much money each round, right? So the royalties might come in handy for there. Another thing was, like we said, was we didn't get to do the hype because that wasn't the first thing we upgraded. So therefore, the hype had no purpose by the time we could have moved our upgrade up to that point. I would almost say the worker one almost should just be one of these, because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get the worker as soon as you get 4. And then as soon as you get 5, you're going to move that somewhere else. So they rather just make 4 the worker, you get the worker.
Well, yeah.
And then 5, I don't know if that strategy would change for anybody, right? And I think that's just neat that there's that different style of play that you can go with. It does have that, leader thing. So that kind of, a lot of times with your worker placements, there's not a lot of agency to go against the other player. And this one, because you want to keep this token, you actually feel like you're playing against the other player.
Yeah.
Versus I'm just doing what I'm doing and I'm going to get points, right? Or the opposite of that is a worker placement war game or worker placement area control game where you have to control a certain amount. But no, I think I like all the mechanics. I honestly, I'm trying to think, like, was there something that felt fiddly or didn't work?
I was not understanding this at the beginning, but then I realized it was easier than the
she's
sale.
talking about the sale action.
Oh yeah, sorry, the
Yeah,
sale
no.
action.
Yeah, the sale action.
Moving there and seeing what I could get, what was the best thing, where was the best spot to get what I needed.
And what's funny is because at the very beginning, I was doing that a lot, and I had a lot of high comics. And then at the end of the game, I didn't have a lot of high comics. That's part of what hurt me, was that. And then I think that's where the majority of the points was the track at the end, right? Because you had 39, I had 29. You beat me by 11 points. That's basically it. It was the track at the end. You were able to, it took me an extra turn to be able to get my extra stuff published, because I was always 1 comic behind you. So it took me that last turn. I had to spend 2 workers to get 2 comics. And in that last turn, you were able to use that extra to get more of the sales at the end. So the sales really, I think that's big at the end. But I could see where you may want to get out there and get those 6s earlier, so that way that doesn't happen like what happened to you, right? So lots of strategies.
You didn't. You didn't.
Audrey lost 1 point, but then we didn't add the 4 points. But either way, she still wins. Audrey still wins by at least 10 points.
But this would be scary, doing that and then not being able to complete it.
I was saying get the 6s because you've already got it. Because like I had 6s in every single thing. I could have, on a couple turns, just gone around that whole board if I had the money and picked up every single 6 that was out there. The purple 6, the horror, the cowboys, the superhero. I couldn't upgrade this because I played the sci-fi at the end, but I would have even still been like, okay, should I have upgraded this more, right? But again, it's very interesting how that works. Fun at 2. So there is a AI bot, but that's solo. It wasn't in the prototype, but I do know they have their rules posted online. I don't know if we needed the AI. Like a lot of times worker placement, I'm like, oh, if there was an AI, it would affect the market more. It would affect, but it doesn't, because we refresh the market every turn.
But maybe it would cover spots here.
It would cover spots, but then at a 3-player, you get 4 spots. So, I mean, that's really all it would do. But that's what I'm saying. At 2-player, I think it works very good at 2. I think some worker placements work okay at 2, some don't. I think this one works very good at 2, and I think it is because you do have that battle over these the little point tokens, the enhancement or enchantment, the ribbons. The ribbons. And then they do scale the board down, so the number of tiles out here is less for 2. I think it works good at 2.
I do too.
Audrey agrees. Audrey too.
I said first that I liked it.
Oh, Audrey said she liked it first. I'm just copying Audrey. Because this
You're
is
ripping me
Audrey's style. This is her style game. I'm ripping you off. The last thing is theme. So there's 2 things with theme. 1, do you feel like you're doing what they're telling you to do? And 2, do you like the actual painting that they are presenting?
So I love now how the comics thing works because of this game. I mean, I have never been very interested in comics. But I like this a lot. So I can say that the theme, just that being comics, what edition? Comics publishing? Is really different and interesting. Like,
yeah, because we're publishing
you
comics
could be doing
here. So what if
something else,
we're
but
publishing newspapers? Probably not as much, right? Probably not as much. So the theme does help that it's comics. And it's
Yes.
honestly the reason I looked into it, right? It's like, oh, it's a comic book publishing. I
But
like comics.
again, I mean, the components and everything makes it look like
it's thematically.
it's very
and that's what I
thematic.
said. Do you? That's that next part is. Do you feel like you're doing what the
Yes,
games
definitely.
you're publishing a comic? Yeah, you
Yes.
have to get the writer, you have to get the
artist.
you have to pay them to do the comic. Then you have to go print the comic. You have to come up with ideas for your
Get
comic.
your fans. It's really good.
Yeah, get your fans, get your sales. Yeah, everything, every little piece thematically feels right, and you are making and printing comics. If this had a Marvel IP on it, would it be better? It would just attract more people, but I can't say it would be better because I like
the
what
game.
they have.
Yeah, exactly. I think it would be Marvel, but
It'd
I
be
think
Marvel,
like
yeah.
this is.
And it would honestly, it would not be that hard if you get this game, and I almost guarantee you this is going to happen. People are going to be in BGG printing comic book covers for Marvel and DC and stuff like that, and then you'll just print out your own cards and just add them into the deck.
Probably.
Right. The hard part would be these little
The
guys
tiny ones.
printing the cardboards.
Even
with the
this
tiny
is so
ones.
cute.
But even still, buy two games and then take one set of these and just paint and paste over top of them, right? Because it would be really fun to do the rip-offs with the Marvel version of the character and then the DC rip-off of the character, or the DC version of the character and the Marvel rip-off of the character. I think that would be kind of funny to do. But yeah, I agree. I like the theme. It's the reason I reached out to the publisher. I'm like, I've been a big comic nerd. I don't want to say all my life, but most of my life. So it was definitely something I want to check out. But yeah, that is Age of Comics. If you're interested, like I said, it is in late pledge right now till the end of the month. They said the beginning of April is when they're going to shut down the late pledges. So if you are interested, you need to pledge now. This is, again, from a small publisher, so very unlikely to hit to retail unless somebody backed it at a retail pledge. With that said, guys, if you want to watch more Kickstarter and GameFound and BackerKit and I don't know the other places, but any of those places that are doing crowdfunding, what do they need to do?
Subscribe, activate notifications, follow us on social media.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Help the niñas with
Para los
donations.
niños. Donations down below, Extra Life,
And
all
all
that
that
stuff.
stuff.
But until next time, guys,
Adios.
peace.